And he looks at me like he's really considering taking this lady to go get some weed. She gets in the car, and now we're driving to go get some weed. What's going on, YouTube? If you are new to my channel and you don't know me, my name is Tiffany Michelle. Welcome. If you aren't new, welcome back. So this is gonna be a video about somebody I did not want to go on a date with at all, but I gave him a chance. And what does he do? He take me to the drug house. The drug house. Do I look like I need to be in the drug house? Don't answer that right now. So as y'all can read by the title, don't bash me in the comments, because I know how you girls like to talk and not do anything. But I know, child. What are you doing at the drug house? It wasn't my decision to go. So without further ado, let's get into this video. I was 17 at the time, so I was a junior in high school. He was a senior. So there was this guy in high school. We're gonna name him Ketchup. So Ketchup was a little heavy set, and at the time that wasn't my preference. Now it doesn't matter. But he was a little heavy set, and I've heard like from everybody, all my friends were like, oh, this guy likes you, Ketchup likes you, he thinks you're cute. And it was like whenever we went out, we couldn't avoid him because my friends dated his friends and they were always together. And so it was just like we couldn't miss each other. I didn't like Ketchup. I didn't like Ketchup at all. Like, he wasn't the most attractive to me. He wasn't my type in every aspect. Like, dude, yeah. And so I told them, I was like, oh, I'm not looking at Ketchup. Like, I don't want Ketchup. And like, but he likes you though. So one day I start working at Zaxby's. And because all my friends worked at Zaxby's, I look in the kitchen and guess who I see? Ketchup. And so Ketchup, I can tell that he was excited that I started working there, because once again, he'd tell his friends who would tell my friends, oh, we should talk, like, let's get together. Never make the move on me though. Like, every once in a while he'd text my Snapchat or swipe up on my post and like hard eyes or how you doing. I wasn't for the small talk, but when he sent the hard eyes, I'd be respectful and say thank you, because he didn't have to send that to me. But anyway, he was a little excited that I worked there, and everything was cool. Like, I genuinely saw him as a friend, nothing more. And so I'm at home one day, and he texts me on Snapchat. Small conversation. How's it going? What do you have planned for this weekend? When people ask you, what do you have planned for this weekend? That's probably because they're trying to plan something with you this weekend. So I said, oh, nothing. I should have said I had work. So I knew he didn't work the weekends. I should have said I had work. And so I said, oh, nothing. And he was like, I would like to take you out on a date. A date. And so I told him, let me get back to you on that. So I text the group chat. Every girl has a group chat with her and her girls where they talk shit about people, they get advice, help each other out with tips and shit like that, talk about what y'all know. And so I text my group chat. I was like, hey y'all, so-and-so just asked me on a date. What do? I don't want to go. And being them, they're like, oh, give him a chance. Just go on the date with him. It's free food. That's all you had to say. That's all you had to say was free food. And I'm there. And so about 20 minutes later, after discussing in the group chat, I was like, sure, I'll go on a date with you. He was like, cool. We'll go to Applebee's. And I was like, that's fine. Like, a quick little date at Applebee's ain't nothing special. Like, I didn't think of it as special. And so we went to Applebee's. And so I'm getting ready. Like, I had a Polaroid shirt on, straight hair. Like, I was actually putting in work a little bit. And so I'm getting dressed, I'm getting ready, I'm actually putting a little bit of effort into me getting ready to go on this date. And he texts me, I'm on the way. I don't know why, but like when anybody says I'm on the way, if it's not my girls, if any dude tells me they're on the way, I get nervous no matter who you are. Well, if you're my brother and dad, no. But if you're another guy outside of my family and you text me I'm on the way, I don't know, I get nervous for some reason. And so he says I'm here. He doesn't come and knock on the door. He says I'm here. So I walk outside and I open my own door and I get in. And he's just sitting in the driver's seat and he's just like, ready? And I'm like, no. Yes, I'm ready to go. We left and we went to Applebee's. It was an awkward ride. Like, it was just straight silence. We were sitting in the restaurant and we still didn't say anything. Like, for a good minute, we just sat there. And then, me, I hate awkwardness, so I try to get out of it at any cost. I'm going to the bathroom, trying to make small talk. It was just like, we obviously had nothing to talk about. And so we move on. Food is here, we're eating, it's good. We pack up, we're ready to leave Applebee's, and then I'm thinking the date is over. Cool, you can take me home. We never have to talk about this ever again. Ever again. And so he then proceeds to ask me, do you want to get ice cream? Why would you ask me, do I want to get ice cream? Of course I want to get ice cream. We go to this little joint. I forgot what it's called. But we go to this small little joint next to a gas station where they have good ass ice cream. It's like a Baskin Robbins or a Dairy Queen, but it wasn't either one of those, but they had bomb ass ice cream. So we went, and that gas station is right off the highway. So everybody and their mama come to that gas station, stack up on what they need, go to the store, da da da. Like, it's busy in that area. But we didn't think anything of it. We go inside, we're ordering our ice cream. We get the ice cream, come back outside to where there's seating outside, and we sit and eat our ice cream. And at this point, everybody's calmed down, everybody's chilling out. Now we're beginning to talk like regular folks. So we have a good time. We finish our ice cream, and then we're about to walk to the car. And as we're walking to the car, a random bum-ass lady walks up and says, "Hi, I'm searching for some weed. Do you know where some weed is at?" Like she's fucking Dora. Kesha's like, "No, I don't." And then she keeps bugging, like she keeps pushing the situation. She's like, "Oh, come on, you guys know the area. You guys look like you're from here. You gotta know where some weed is at. Come on, I just need a little bit, just need a little bit." And he looks at me like he's really considering taking this lady to go get some weed. And so I'm like, "Don't look at me, what you about to ask? What you about to ask?" And he's like, "It's just a quick second." What's a quick second? He's like, "Do you mind if we take her to go get some weed? It'll be quick." She's paying him to go get the weed. And so, I had no other way home, and I should have used my fucking head and called a Uber or a Lyft or something. But I didn't think of it at the time. He's like, he's my only ride home. He said it'll be quick. I'm not getting out the car. I don't think he is either. We're just dropping her off and bringing her back. And so I was like, fine, let's go. She gets in the car, and now we're driving to go get some weed. I don't smoke, so I had never been to a drug house, to a weed house, whatever y'all call it. Never been there. And so I'm in the passenger seat, just sitting there like, "You're not getting out of this weed." And she's in the back seat trying to talk to us. She's like, "Oh, be quick, guys, I promise, and I'll give you money when we get back to the gas station." And then she goes to say to me, "Oh, ma'am, you look very pretty. You look very pretty. Your hair's so beautiful." Yes, I know. I did this for a date, not a weed run, honey. We get there. The house, it's obvious which house it is. Like, we're deep in what they call the boondocks at this part, and it's obvious that this is a weed house. We pull up, he's like, don't get out the car. Like, as soon as she gets out the car, he locks the doors. It's like, don't get out the car. I was like, oh, I had no plans on getting out. I grabbed my purse. Like, oh, I had no plans on getting out. And so the lady runs in. When she gets out, she's like, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Like, she was a real fiend. She was a real ass fiend. And so she gets out the car. And she's like, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll give you your money. I'll give you your money. Goes to the weed house or the drug house, knocks on the door, and asks for the weed. The man proceeds to walk to the back. She stays on the porch. He walks out of sight, going back into the house, comes back with a bag, gives it to her. She gives him money, and then she's on her way back to the car. We're gonna have weed in the car. If somebody were to pull us over, done. All of us are going to jail. Doesn't matter who had it in possession at that time. We're all going to jail. We're driving her back. She's like, oh, I got my weed. I got my weed. Oh, me and my husband are about to have a good time. She left her husband at the gas station. Sorry, I forgot to tell y'all. She left her husband at the gas station and she went with us to get the weed. Who does that? They're not from the area. Apparently, they were just passing through and they needed some weed or some shit. And so they were at the gas station. She asked us if we could take her. And she leaves her husband at the gas station. Who wanders a random town looking for weed, leaves her husband at the gas station to go with strangers to get said weed? It's like, oh, I got my weed, ready to smoke my weed. And so we get her back to the gas station. At this point, I'm pissed because I'm just like, no ketchup did not. No ketchup did not just bring me to a freaking drug house, took a random ass lady in the car, ain't no telling what she was capable of, took this stranger ass lady to a drug house, got her weed, had possession of weed in the car with me, and brought her back to the gas station. Like it was just cool, like it was normal. And so we drop her off at the gas station. At this point, I'm ready to go home. I was mad. I said nothing. I was like, take me home. Take me home. We drop her off. She gives him the money. She gives Ketchup the money. She's like, oh, thank you. Whatever. Bye. And so we leave. We're on the way home. I'm not saying shit. Like, I'm an upkept person. And I don't do shit like that. I'm mad. I'm in the car, silent, and he can tell. So he's just apologizing. Oh, I'm sorry that happened. And I'm like, whatever, it's fine. Like, whatever, it's fine. Like, I keep saying, whatever, it's fine. Got home, opened my own car door, walked my own happy ass inside. I down dressed and I got ready for bed. As I'm laying in bed, he texted me. He was like, oh, I had a good time. We should do that again. Do what again? I ain't doing that shit. I ain't doing that shit again. Are you out your mind? If you think that I'm going on another date with you, you have lost it, my friend. I gave you a chance. I gave you a chance that I did not want to take at all. Like, I was just down for the food, and then you've been pushing it, wanting to go on this date. When we finally go on it, what do? We go on a freaking drug run. What? And this is why my standards are super high the way they are now. Because, like, the dudes that I have dealt with are clowns. They were clowns. And so he was like, oh, I had a good time. I wish we could do this again. I said, I don't think so. I said, I lied. I said it was fun, but I don't think I want to do that again. And so he's like, oh, come on, just give it a chance. I was like, no. And I left him on red and I said goodnight. And I went to sleep. And that was a hot mess. In high school, I had such a bad taste with men. Like, I just had a bad taste with men. When I liked somebody, they didn't like me back. The ones that did like me, they were not cute at all. And I'm sorry, if you have a good personality, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. Looks do matter to a point, but I feel like it's the personality that catches somebody. He didn't have either. And so I remained friends with him. I stayed friends with him because that's all I wanted to be. Yeah, everybody, that is my story time of how on my first date I got took into a freaking drug house, because druggies are fiends these days. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Welcome to the family. Hope you stay, because you will stay. You will stay, and you're gonna like it, period. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.